Hello and welcome to the Purgatorians Cast and Reviews. In this series, you shall be able to find out more information about the cast, what other projects they are currently working on, as well as their views about the character in the show. Today, we have James Gibbons, who voices Max Jarvis. Thanks, James, for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
What was your initial response when you read through the synopsis of the Purgatorians and the cast of characters involved?
My initial response was, it was a new script, it was a bit different, but it looked really fun to do, so I was very interested in getting involved.
What can you tell us of the story of the show, the themes and such?
So the themes of the show, obviously, it's, I don't want to give any spoilers, but you could say it's got themes of friendship, themes of, classic, someone gets lost in a strange new world and they want to go home type story, but it's also got your classic bad guys plotting against the hero, classic prophecy, the chosen one story where the main character is destined to take down the regime, the evil regime, and the people at the top don't want things to change because they quite like having power. It's a fun script, and without giving you spoilers, I think you guys will enjoy it.
In your opinion, why will people want to listen to this show? What would keep them coming back for the next episode?
I think because, everyone wants to be entertained, first off, and I think that this show has a lot going for it. The characters are quite well written. It's quite fun. Obviously, it's something that you can listen to when you're doing your morning run or morning walk or on the way to work or on the bus. This is definitely something that people would like to enjoy to listen to, and obviously we've got such a diverse cast from all over the world. I'm English, but we have some cast members from America, some cast members from lots of different places. So I think it's a very veritable cast, and I think that people will definitely like to hear what we've done.
Why did you want to take part in such a large project?
I decided to get involved in such a large project because A, as a voice actor, you need work, and B, it was another project I really wanted to get into. I wanted to get more stuff in my spotlight, so my CV, build up my career, and use it as a stepping stone to get to the next big project.
Please, tell the viewer something about your character you are voicing.
Max is quite an interesting character. When you play a character, you sort of get to know them, and what they're like. And Max is very much he will get the job done, but he also wants to keep keep people together. He's not a bad guy. He is basically, you could say he's like the sidekick, the person that they, is the main character goes to for help, which, is quite fun. Obviously, I don't want to give any spoilers away about where his story goes, but I think that people will like him as a character. I think they will.
If you could have chosen any character, male or female, who would it be, and why?
Well, I did actually do a few auditions for the bad guys in the piece, and I play a lot of panto villains when I do theatre tours around the UK. So I do sort of a deep voice and do my, very dramatic villain. But I also do very, very sort of young voice as well. So I was, I did audition for Jamie, actually, which was, I really enjoyed that audition, but unfortunately didn't land that role, which is fine. You don't land every role. I got Max, and I'm very appreciative of that. But yeah, I actually originally signed up to do write the music for the piece, because I'm a singer predominantly, so I was going to sign up to do some songs and stuff. But and the creator, Paul, said that he'd like me to audition for some of the voice acting stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll throw my hat in the ring there too. So I definitely feel like it was experience, and obviously didn't get Jamie, but love Max, so can't complain there at all.
How much input do you have in the show, and does the creator of the show keep you informed about the decisions being made?
I didn't really have much input in decisions made. I sort of went on casting call, saw the job was there, and decided to sign up for it, which I was quite excited about. And got cast as Max, which is quite awesome. I definitely am interested in putting a little bit of input in. Like, for example, you notice at some points in the piece, Max will break out into song, which wasn't scripted. It was just he said the words "Que sera sera," and I added in the fact he sung the lyrics instead, which obviously wasn't scripted, but it just felt like it was something that Max would do.
What inspired you to become a voice actor?
What inspired me to become a voice actor? Ooh, that's a difficult question. I'd say it was playing Halo under the age I should have been. So I was playing Halo sort of 10 years old, and listening to the voice actors, deliver their dialogue and creating such an amazing story there in Halo 1 Combat Evolved. I'm sort of dating myself here. And yeah, just thinking, wow, they're so cool. And, obviously, like everyone, I watched cartoons growing up. Being an actor has always been a goal of mine. I trained at Chichester Conservatoire in music and musical theatre, and I also studied when I was quite young at Red Roost Drama School in Reading. So you could say I've sort of been building to it my whole life, really.
Is this your first show, or have you done other voice acting projects?
So I've done a few other projects before. I have done a lot of extras gigs where I've been I was in Star Wars Andor as an extra, and a few other parts as well. I've done a number of theatre tours around the UK for companies like M&M Productions, TIE theatre tours mainly. So yeah, this is not my first professional project, but it certainly is the biggest voice acting project I've done, because I do a lot of presenting work as well, and I've done a lot of tours as a singer, but I haven't done a lot of long-running series like this before.
In your opinion, what separates the show from others that you have done?
I think the show is separate from others I've done. Firstly, it's because obviously I've done mostly theatre, and voice acting is a very different experience to theatre. I think it feels very interesting. I mean, I did do a voice acting project before on a little radio series called Unexpected Adventures and Unfinished Myths, or something like that, which I enjoyed making for as a fun project during the COVID lockdown. No, Unexpected Adventures and Unfinished Myths. That was it. Which was really fun. I wrote that as a project with my partner, and a load of our friends during COVID. That was really fun. But this is the first time I'm sort of doing a long serialized piece like this, which is going to be very exciting.
Any plans for after the show ends?
Continue my career, more auditions. There's always more auditions to do, always more jobs to be done. My main goal is to be in Star Trek at some point, because, you know, I'm a Trekkie through and through, and getting to be in a show like that would be so amazing. And just, you know, even if I'm killed, you know, just a side character that gets killed in like the first episode, at least I was, you know, there in Star Trek and I can, you know, be there. I mean, I must admit, one of my first goals growing up was to be one of the background Marines in Halo. Just, you know, to do like a voice like, oh, it's Chief! Ah! Just something like that. That you know, maybe we'll see what happens. But obviously, more theatre tours. I have some gigs coming up. I do a lot of gigging around UK singing and stuff, so I'll probably end up doing a lot more of that still. And I also work as a drama and music teacher as well alongside that. So that's sort of my day job. I do the musical stuff in the evenings, and then I teach during the day. So, and then obviously filming when I can. So I definitely think it's onwards and upwards for me. And I'm, you know, looking forward to you guys hearing this.
Where can people find you if they are interested in your work and want to know more, or possibly hire you?
So if people want to hire me, you can go look at my Spotlight. I'm currently represented by Spotlight because, unfortunately, during COVID, I had to let my agent go just because COVID. You know, I had to go focus on my teaching more than my acting career, which was a big shame. I was very sad to see him go. But if you want to contact me, you can contact me via Spotlight. My Spotlight link is available, and you can email me. You can email me on my email. All the links are on Spotlight if you need to contact me. Also, Casting Call Club. You can find me, James.Halo, on Casting Call Club. And yeah, so definitely, you know, if you need a British guy to sound British or dramatic, look me up.
Imagine you are your character. Any final words from them to the viewers?
Final words from Max. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be.
Thank you, James, for joining us, and I wish you and your character every success in both the show and your future roles.
Well, thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
If you at home would like to take a look at the other projects James Gibbons has worked on, is currently working on, and for any further information, please check the description of the video. Next week, we have Jay Shin joining us, who voices Ivar Miles, to give us their opinions on their character, the show, and other projects they have worked on. I hope you will join us. Until then, goodbye.
God knows what is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts. Guess he kissed the girls and made them cry, those hard-faced queens of misadventure. God knows what is hiding in those weak and sunken eyes. Fiery throngs of muted angels, giving love but getting nothing back. Oh, people, help the people. And if you're homesick, give me your hand and I'll hold it. People, help the people. Nothing will drag you down. Oh, and if I had to bring, oh, and if I had to bring, I'd be cold as a stone and rich as a fool. It turned all those good hearts away. God knows what is hiding in this world of little consequence. Behind the tears, inside the lies, 1,000 slowly dying sunsets. God knows what is hiding in those weak and drunken hearts. Guess the loneliness came knocking, no one needs be cold as a stone.